Peace. What's up, y'all? It's Phil James. You already knew that because you're more than likely subscribed. If you're not, it would be appreciated if you'd hit that subscribe button. And once you hit that subscribe button, do both of us a favor by clicking that little bell icon right after. Be appreciated. Thank you. Now, let's get into this story here, shall we? So, I told everybody that I would keep you guys updated on the Hawaiian Missile threat story and any new things I heard about it. Now, I found this article just a few minutes ago while eating, and I figured this is a big time story video to be made. So, with that being said, let's jump into this, shall we? Today is January 16th. It's Tuesday. It's 2018. And it's 3:43 p.m. Now, Hawaiian emergency worker who sent the wrong message is reassigned. Honolulu, the worker who sent Hawaii into panic by mistakenly sending a missile alert, has a new job, and it's nowhere near the early warning system. Richard Raposa, spokesperson for Hawaii Emergency Management System, declined to say Monday what the worker's new duties are. Now, with that being said, let's check this video out because there's a coincidence in here, right? Well, if you've been subbed to my channel for any amount of time, you know that this guy right here does not believe in coincidence whatsoever, because if something seems like a coincidence, it means that somebody up here is moving them strings and causing everything to play out the way it does. No such thing as coincidence. Everything happens for a reason, and everything is controlled and caused to happen the way it happens. So check this video out.
It was 38 minutes of unimaginable chaos in Hawaii.
This is not a drill.
Hours before the false alarm sounded with a warning of an inbound missile, we had exclusive access to the bunker where it was sent from. Let me tell you.
Now, did you guys hear that? Hours before the inbound missile threat, we had access to the bunker from where it was sent from. Now, why in the world would NBC be at this bunker before the warning went out? Why would they be there? Just so happened to be going there to perform some sort of interview for, missile defense and early warning systems. They were just so happened to be doing an interview there. Come on now, let's be real. And it just happened to be hours prior to the event taking place. Come on, let's get real. This was completely planned, in this story right here, this NBC News exclusive you see up there at the top right, clearly proves it. Because NBC, once again, would not have gone to this bunker merely hours before this warning error of a threat went out. No chance. This is not a coincidence. This was planned. And that shows perfectly with that statement in this video. It also shows and proves without a shadow of a doubt in my mind that they pushed this wrong button, sent this warning out, and let people panic for a full 40 minutes before ever telling anybody it was some sort of an error, or before letting anybody know, hey, false alarm, don't panic. 40 minutes they let go by. 40 minutes of absolute chaos and panic in the streets of Honolulu and all of Hawaii for that matter, because it's a statewide warning system. So you got to think, you hear nuclear sirens going off, ballistic missile sirens, you know what I mean? You hear that going off, you see it over the freeways, incoming ballistic missile, take shelter immediately, you know what I mean? And then they let it go for 40 minutes without saying a word. Yeah, this was planned. So let's go here and hear that one more time.
Take him to where
Imaginable chaos in Hawaii.
This is not a drill.
Hours before the false alarm sounded with a warning of an inbound missile, we had exclusive access to the bunker where it was sent from.
Let me take you to where the show starts.
What do you mean?
This is where the call comes in that notifies us of a ballistic missile launch.
These men are 2 of 10 Hawaii State warning officers tasked with sounding the alarm in the event of an imminent attack. David Hafner of Hawaii Emergency Management showed us how the system is supposed to work.
They'll receive a call from the Pacific Command that comes in, and they make a decision to activate the statewide siren system.
Where's the phone?
It's right here behind us. This is
This one right here?
Yep, this is a encrypted, secure phone to the Pacific Command.
The call to that phone from the U.S. military's Pacific Command never came. Instead, the alert was sent out in error, turning Hawaii upside down. Residents, many of whom have been preparing for a potential nuclear strike because of fiery rhetoric between President Trump and North Korean leader Kim Jong-un, put their emergency plan into motion.
We ran and I was totally freaking out.
The Durkin family fled into a World War II bunker in their home.
Started throwing things down into the bomb shelter, and we closed the top, and then we got on our phones and looked for updates.
The state's taken the blame, suspending tests of the system and reassigning the person who pushed the button. That hasn't soothed rattled nerves here.
I sent a message to my grandkids at home, and it made me realize, my God, I could have never seen them again. I was sick to my stomach for at least 2 hours afterwards. I was shaking, and it was scary, very scary.
Now the focus turns to rebuilding the trust of Hawaiians and tourists, many of whom on Saturday were terrified they were living out their final minutes. Tonight, Defense Secretary Jim Mattis tells NBC News there's no indication that North Korea responded to the false alert. Meanwhile, the agency responsible for it says its employees are now the subject of death threats. That as the governor of the state has penned an open letter to residents and tourists here, apologizing for the panic and vowing it will never happen again.
Now, as we all know, humans do make mistakes. It is common. It happens. This was no mistake, though. And like I said, NBC having their little NBC News exclusive interview down there in that bunker that talks to, you know, the head honchos at the Pacific, whatchamacallit, you know, that was not a mistake. This was done purposely. That's why they let everybody freak out for 40 minutes. The Pacific Command, that's what I was trying to say. You know, they never got a phone call from Pacific Command, and the button somehow got pushed. Dude's just clocking out and just so happens to hit the wrong button, right? You know what I mean?
This is not a hotel. This is pick your room on the app.
Oh my gosh.
This is not a hotel. This is a room that knows your favorite shows, songs, and temperature.
Unbelievable. I'm so sorry. I hate this stuff. My web browsers are absolutely batshit crazy.
This is not a hotel. This is no
we heard.
Symphony.
It's not a hotel, guys. You get it? I hope so. There will be a link in the description, so if this video shit doesn't work out the way I want it to, you can come check out these videos for yourself. But the point still stands, and the point is very clear. This was a planned exercise, a planned experiment to see how Hawaiians would react to such a warning, such a severe, frightening warning. You know, this was statewide, so they did it as the whole state. Now, to me, that becomes very obvious that this was just a test, this was just an experiment. They wanted to see how people would react. We have to remember that the Fed, with the signature of the president, has executive orders in which they can go in and take any stockpile of food, ammunition, transportation, crops, anything. They can go take your bunker, you know what I mean, with any signature on the executive order lists. So, I think it was a thing to see the reactions, maybe to get better knowledge of how many people would be semi-prepared for such an event. Who knows? But it clearly was planned, and that's why NBC News was at that bunker just hours before the warning was sent out. So we'll check out this last video here because listen to the title. Hawaii's false missile alert was a wake-up call, analysts warn.
Sushi and golf, so we've already booked your tickets and sent your itinerary to your watch. This
We're going to bring.
Alright, y'all. I'm about to say forget it, because clearly I can't make a video without something crazy going on. I guess I'll try one more time. Nope, I'm not trying anymore. You guys, come check the video out for yourself. Maybe I will try one more time. Alright, we'll see how this goes. I don't understand. Look, you can see my signal, the service up here at the top right. 4G, full bars, and both arrows. So that means I'm getting what's needed to play this video. But for some reason, when making videos, my phone just doesn't perform properly and cannot play anything.
We're going to bring in national security analyst Jeremy Bash with the latest here on this. This had to have been a terrifying 38 minutes, Jeremy, for a lot of parents. We saw video of parents putting their children like in manholes, that kind of thing. But let's go from a national security perspective. This was a mistake. But could a mistake actually end up leading to some kind of an act of war?
Well, this was a huge wake-up call, Hoda, because although this is not the system that would detect an inbound missile or trigger the Pentagon's response, here's what I worry about. I worry that North Korea could see an alert like that, think that we believe an attack is imminent, they can undertake military moves, and then you have the sparks that could ignite a larger military conflict.
Taking your concern about North Korea a step further, Jeremy, what do we know about that country's ability to communicate in the moment of crisis, either with us, either with their own citizens as well?
Well, North Korea's capability is very poor. And if you think of the United States as the gold standard in terms of our systems, our capabilities, our technology, and even we made this critical mistake, think about how much of a mistake could happen on the North Korean side. When we are at hair trigger alert and the tensions are so high between our countries, that's when mistakes happen. That's when you could have an accidental conflict.
All right, Jeremy Bash, thanks for that update.
Thanks, guys.
Okay, so the point here clearly shows that this was to spread fear. Oh my God, stop it. This was to spread fear. This was to cause panic. And then they come out with, little interviews like that afterwards. Like, well, this could actually start a real act of war. For anybody who's made it this far in this horrible quality of a video, I greatly appreciate it. I hope you was able to understand these videos. Once again, if you want to come check this out for yourself, which I recommend so you can hear it better and watch it smoothly, the link will be in the description. Hit the like button if you would. Subscribe if you have not. I appreciate it greatly, y'all. Thanks to all my subs. Thank you to all the new subs. And yeah, link will be in the description. Hope everybody has a good night. And keep it real, y'all. Phil James, and I'm out. Peace.